Game On is back in the friendly confines. We're talking football. It should be Viking training camp countdown, but the clock is stopped. What's up? We talk about it with this former Viking. Racing is center stage, the best of Brainerd International Raceway. That's in the house as well. The NBA's locked out. We weigh in. And 'tis the season. It's summer. And it's kids baseball time. We celebrate. It's all ahead. It's Game On. And it's great to be back with you. Welcome once again. You found Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. We're back inside. Great to be here. And thank you for taking time on your Sunday to be with us. You know, it's summer. It's officially arrived. We don't have to worry about whether the weather is going to be too cold or not. So we've loaded up this Game On with a lot of different elements, a lot of outdoor sports, and some football as well. So let's waste no time. Let's get to Game On by the numbers, how we start the show every single Sunday. And by the numbers, Twins return from the All-Star break over the next week with an 11-game Target Field homestand. It is day 114 of the NFL lockout between players and owners. The links will be tested this week. Two of the WNBA's best teams, some of the best players come to town, and 56 days until high school fall sports return. Couldn't be more excited to start Game On this week than with number 34, Rickey Young's in the house. How are you?
Thank you. Glad to be here.
We just, a couple of weeks ago, were in Fargo together at the Roger Maris tournament. Did you have a good time helping those folks?
Had an excellent time. It's always a good time in Fargo.
And you'll have your tournament up there in August.
August 1st, yes. Anybody listening, come out and join us.
We'll have information on the website, GameOnTVMN.com, to talk more about that. As we continue, we're still in lockout mode, and if I recall, back in the day, '82, there was a strike. You'd been in the league a couple of years. You say the two labor situations are different. Why?
Well, one was the strike shortened year was the year that we decided that we were going to go on strike, as the players and the union decided that. Now with the lockout, it's a whole different ballgame. You got the owners and management that decided that they want to go out and lock the players out. So it's a whole different game. But in context, it's kind of similar. You know, you don't get football, and that's the worst thing that could happen.
A lot of your alumni colleagues, brethren, if you will, think that this Vikings team is going to be a lot better off with Leslie Frazier at the helm after this thing all settles, because he's the guy that most people believe will give them real leadership.
No question. I had the fortune, a misfortune, that we played in the same conference with Leslie. Myself, as we were talking earlier, myself and Walter Payton, and you won't meet a nicer guy, more pleasurable guy, but when it's game time on, he's ready to play. And I'm sure, you know, the players will understand that, you know, his drive and desire to win the games, that when he lines up to play, he's all in, and that's the way he's going to have his players ready to play. And I think it's going to be great for them.
Is there something about playing for a guy who's actually been in the trenches and played this game?
Well, it is. I've been on both sides. I played for a guy named Jerry Burns who's never played and was an absolute dream to play for. Right. But for the most part, nowadays, you got to take every edge you can get. And with him being a former player and been in the trenches, he'll attract some of the guys, maybe some of the other free agents, some of the other teams that we definitely going to cover and we're going to need to help us get to where we're trying to get to as a Viking.
He played at Jackson State. You played with a guy named Sweetness, Walter Payton. The memories just have to be rich and full of memories.
Oh, God. I just some of the things he used to do was incredible. To watch him to play, and everybody said, well, how'd you learn to block? I mean, that's the only way I got to be on the field. I had to block for Walter for 4 years. Nice. And when he got to go out of the game, after we ran the score up, I got to play some running back then. So it was a great treat to play with him and to be associated with him. What a great man.
We're talking more football. We'll get a little bit about the Vikings, some inside information from a man who's still right on the nerve of the National Football League. All that's coming up more. You're on Game On. And you can always get the latest information from our website. It's GameOnTVMN.com. It's packed with the best blogs. Brandon on baseball, the boss on MMA, Shocker's Locker for the Vikings. We also link you to our partners, the fan site for the Vikings at purplepride.org. Check us out. It's GameOnTVMN.com. Time now for our Voice of the Fan, brought to us by Fan HQ. The Twins' temperature is taken by the fans today.
Well, I think they're a little deeper now. I mean, with the you know, the bench guys that they had come up and guys they brought up from the minors, you know, now they get their bigs back, and you know, they should be pretty deep, and anybody can do anything. I mean, you never know who's going to play any night.
Drag racing's biggest stars battling side by side at 300 miles an hour, and one of motorsport's greatest spectacles. The 30th annual Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals returns to Brainerd International Raceway August 18th through the 21st. Nitro qualifying Friday and Saturday with final elimination Sunday. Plus motorsport's wildest campground, the Zoo. Calling 66444-4455 for your tickets today.
What are you doing?
You can write on these new Bud Light labels. So I'm sending out 12-ounce invitations.
Here we go.
Yes. Oh, hold on.
How many people do we invite?
About 8 cases worth.
For limited time only, the new My Bud Light bottle with a special label that lets you use a key or coin to write your name, number, whatever. Here we go.
Matt, come on. Seriously?
Pick up the latest issue of Wheels of Thunder magazine. If it's on wheels, you'll find it in Wheels of Thunder. Full color photos of bikes, trikes, cars, trucks, and even sleds. High performance or right off the street. Mind-blowing power, speed, and custom touches. It's all in Wheels of Thunder magazine. Plus, find out about the latest races, rallies, and custom products and services in your area. Check out Wheels of Thunder on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Wheels of Thunder.
Welcome back. Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. Great Sunday to you. Rod Simons, Rickey Young, number 34 in the house. You really scored the first touchdown at Metrodome.
You know, I did, and it took me a long time to realize that had happened. I mean, I played probably about another year, 2 years after that before I realized that happened. They don't count the preseason games, and Joe scored the first preseason touchdown, but that didn't count for some reason, so never dawned on me until a friend of mine said it. He read it somewhere, and I'm like, okay, I'm in.
You watch closely all this stadium debate going on. You're one of the Vikings who's actually played outdoors and indoors here in Minnesota. Do you like the idea of a retractable roof outdoor stadium for this Vikings team?
I tell you what, when we played at the Met Stadium, after November, you started counting the wins that you were going to win games in. And I mean, you figured you got like 5 or 6 wins from November, halfway through November through December. You know, especially when you got the teams from the West Coast, and that seemed to be always the schedule.
Yeah,
that's how it always wound up. The team from the warm climates came and came and played there.
Nice,
and it was a sure win. Almost not sure, but it was close to a sure win as you could get.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, it was good in the sense that, you know, it made everybody a little bit more hungry, and then we figured out how we're going to get in the playoffs, how to work at the schedule to our advantages back then. And the Packers do the same thing now. I mean, you get out there and it's 20 below zero, and you ain't used to that. It's like.
Yeah,
I did it coming from San Diego once. I'm telling you, in 78.
Well, you started in San Diego.
Yes, and I came here and we played a game left San Diego, 7-8, and we got here with 7 below, and I'm like, well, what the heck is below? Below what? I found out pretty quick. I'm like, hey, let's forfeit this game and get out of here. Nice. So that happens. And it's true. So hopefully, you know, if they do build a new stadium, they'll at least make it retractable, so you can get some of those outsiders effect and work to your advantage.
Nice. Last question for you. When you look at this Vikings football team, we get past the lockout and stuff. Do you think that they just need to do a little bit of tweaking and retooling?
I think minimal. If they can get the play out of Ponder, or get a quarterback that can, just, and I hate to say that, just not play safe, but don't lose the game for them. They got all the tools that, defensively, offensively, one of the best offensive groups you can have. I mean, on
heck
paper,
of a running back, too.
Yeah, I'm thinking the best in the business right now. A lot of people talk about Chris Johnson. I mean, AP is like nobody. I think right now he's the best going right now as far as playing every down the kid can play, and he's a good kid too. So that makes it even better for me to play that position and know him, know who he is, and what he's all about. It's a character builder for me. Makes me feel good to play for the Vikings.
Great praise from number 34, Rickey Young, in the house. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Don't be a stranger. We'll have you back.
You bet. Absolutely.
Rickey Young on Game On. Time now for our Wheels of Thunder week ahead. And looking ahead, the Twins get the Kansas City Royals on July 14th. Stars Soccer, July 17th against Puerto Rico. The Lynx on July 13th against Phoenix. The Saints against Winnipeg, July 11th through the 13th. if the Vikings ever get this thing settled with their NFL colleagues, they'll be playing at Tennessee on August 13th. And soccer, it's the Schwann Cup starting July 15th in Blaine at the National Sports Center. On the Wheels of Thunder radar, July 14th, it's the Rumble on the Deck in Stillwater, the Car Show in East Bethel on the 16th, as well as the Ellingson Car Museum Show in Swap and Rogers. And don't forget Power Cruise in Brainerd, July 21st through the 24th. Now more fans. Time for our Voice of the Fan, brought to us by Fan HQ, taking the temperature of this baseball team with the fans.
I'm just a Twins fan, and I was telling everybody they're going to win the division in May. So, yeah, I believed them all along, and I still believe they're going to win the division.
In New Orleans, we know how to throw a party.
In the UFC, we know how to kick back.
Throwing over 3,000 Bud Light contest winners, and here we go.
Bud Light's giving away thousands of trips to New Orleans for the Bud Light UFC Battle on the Bayou. Get in on the action at facebook.com/Bud Light or wherever Bud Light is sold.
It's the sure sign of fight night. Here we go.
Wallingberg and Deebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Deebly is there. Wallingberg and Deebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
Working together means working efficiently. And a Lennox home comfort system may just be the perfect example. Its air conditioner works together with the furnace. And that works together with the air purifier. And that works with you by saving you up to half off your heating and cooling bill.
The future of home comfort is here now at Liberty Comfort Systems.
Get the latest in innovation and technology at Liberty Comfort Systems.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Welcome back. Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. When I talk about powered, not just football and basketball and all this stuff, little cars and engine stuff. Tony Wilson's back with us from PowerCruise.com. Good to have you here.
G'day, Rod.
You were with us at the Mate. You were
Yes.
with us at the golf tournament, so thank you for coming out.
And for a golf player, I'm a very good race car driver.
That's right. So for the people at home that might not have saw our show last week, tell them what Power Cruise is all about.
Power Cruise is basically an event that you can bring your muscle car, street rod, import car, the car that you normally drive on the street, and bring it to the racetrack in a controlled environment. Take your friends, your wives, your mates for a ride around the car on the racetrack. We have driving events as well, so it's in a controlled environment, family affair as well. So, yeah.
You found this to be pretty doggone popular, haven't you?
Yes, we've been doing it in Australia for 7 years. There's a lot of things you can't do on the street anymore that people try and do. Well, you can do it at our event. So,
what is the most popular thing?
The cruising around the track. We got over the weekend we got 18 hours of cruising. So that means you can load up, like I said, your wife, your mates, and everything in the car and go around the racetrack in a controlled environment, which is a very rare occurrence.
Now, you're not just talking about someone bringing out their sedan. Do you have to hit a certain RPM to have the car out there?
No, you can go as fast or as slow as you like. You know, you can do as many laps as you like, or you can go out and do one. You can go out and do 50 if you want.
So essentially, it's to be a part of your car on a racetrack.
Yes, yeah. A lot of guys build, hot rods and muscle cars and stuff. They spend a lot of money and a lot of time over a lot of years.
Oh, yeah.
And they never get the chance to share it with their friends and everything. So this is where you can do that. So.
Can you bring your big rig, too? I mean, like a lot of pickups, a lot of big rigs are tricked out these days.
Yeah, I was speaking to some diesel truck guys last weekend, and they're pretty keen to come and beat up on some muscle cars. So.
Oh, very nice.
And the import scene as well. So.
Any limitations when someone comes up?
No. Either we have a safety inspection and stuff as per normal. It's not a free-for-all. We do have some rules. So as you do on the street, you know. So, but it doesn't matter what sort of car you got. Bring that along, have some fun. There's live bands both nights as well, kids rides and everything as well. So it's a good family affair. So.
Okay, pay attention. We're going to put up some information here, Tony. First day is July 21st.
July 21st to 24th.
Okay, and what, any costs involved? Give us some of the basics.
All the details are on the website. So basically, for $90, you can enter your vehicle, and that covers you for the weekend. So,
powercruise.com if you want more.
Yeah.
Tony Wilson's with us. Great to have you here.
Thanks, Rod.
It's going to be a great time at Brainerd International Raceway. Tony with us on Game On. Time now for Who's Hot and Who's Cold, brought to us by Liberty Comfort Systems of Anoka, your personal temperature specialist. Who's hot? It's got to be the Wild. This team is now actively working to rebuild itself, get a playoff team despite being slightly handcuffed by contracts and salary limitations. Good job, Mr. Fletcher, the general manager. Getting Danny Heatley and Devin Sataguchi has been good stuff. Let's get more. Glad you aren't locked out as well. Speaking of lockout, it's the NBA. You guys have blown it just when you have a great season in the books. The two sides can't agree, and now you're going to lose fans faster than you could even get them. Fans have choices these days with their recreational dollars, and the NBA will soon see that it's not easy to pull them back after locking out. NBA gets an F. They're Who's Cold. That's Who's Hot and Who's Cold, brought to us by Liberty Comfort Systems, your personal temperature specialists. From hot and cold to the man of the hour, this is the GM at Courtside Bar and Grill. It's Craig Carter. Good to be back with you.
Good to see you.
Lots going on. Busy weekend that right behind us, but lots on our plate.
You know, we always got something going on here at Courtside, Rod. We got bands every weekend. We got darts. You can come down on a Tuesday, come see this guy, play a little darts, have one of our wonderful burgers. You know how many we've sold so far?
I guessed this a few minutes ago, and I was wrong. I thought it was about 15,000.
You're only off by 2,000.
Wow. And you've been open just over a year.
It's a little bit over a year, yeah.
Wow, and great food. So if you come down, you can actually reserve places outside in the courtyard as well.
Brand new courtyard out back. 50 people we can seat back there. We got 3 plasma TVs, all the way high tech.
And it's even nice on Game On taping nights. So we got a lot going on. If they want more information, where do they go?
www.courtsideanoka.com.
Very good. Craig Carter, Courtside Bar and Grill with us here on Game On. Let's check the fans. Voice of the Fan brought to us by Fan HQ, taking the temperature of our fans on this Twins baseball team.
Well, they're getting all their players back, first of all, and they're on a roll.
How to order a pizza. Step 1, decide on toppings. And Pizza Man says, remember, cheese is included and only extra cheese is considered a topping. Step 2, pickup or delivery. And if you choose delivery, don't forget to tip the delivery person. Step 3, call Pizza Man for the TV special. Step 4, call Pizza Man in Anoka, home of the heavy toppings.
Drag racing's biggest stars, battling side by side at 300 miles an hour, and one of motorsport's greatest spectacles. The 30th annual Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals returns to Brainerd International Raceway, August 18th through the 21st. Nitro qualifying Friday and Saturday with final elimination Sunday. Plus, motorsport's wildest campground, the Zoo. Call 866-444-4455 for your tickets today.
Still talking about racing. Chris Carey is the owner of MA Performance. That's Modern Automotive Performance, right?
Correct, yep.
Out of Plymouth, great to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
It's the big race time. You've had one event down. You have Forum Wars coming up. Tell us what that's all about.
Forums are basically an online community of automotive enthusiasts, and we want to bring those people out to the racetrack and basically settle some grudges that they might have between imports versus domestic, things like that. So
big stuff too.
Yeah. We hope to have a lot of cars out there. It's all drag racing focused, and we hope to bring as many people from the Twin Cities as we can out to Brainerd. So
you know, they really do a service too. You actually ask people to come and race, and don't do it on the street, do it with us. It's kind of interesting. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, you hear all these stories about street racing and the negative aspects of the industry, and we really want to give people a legal venue to really go and do some quarter-mile drag racing, have a tree and get a time slip at the end of the track. So.
And where do you do this?
Brainerd International Raceway is the best venue that we've come across. It is the fastest racetrack in the world, and you couldn't ask for a better facility. So.
And I bet it's growing in terms of popularity.
It definitely is. We know people that eat ramen noodles for weeks on end just to buy that next performance part and get out there and see how it affected their performance at the racetrack. So it's really people are really passionate about the hobby, about the sport. So.
Go to his website. It's maperformance.com?
Correct, yep.
What I like is you have your entire team on there, and you actually talk about the car they drive and their dream car. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, you have to have a goal to work towards. Everybody's got some dreams and aspirations that we're all working towards. So.
And your car that you're sitting in is what kind of car?
I have a 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution for my daily driver, and then I have a 94 Mazda RX-7 that I race at the drag strip.
So the next event is Forum Wars, and if they want more information, where do they get that?
On maperformance.com/events, or right on the homepage there's a banner as well. So.
Chris is with us. Thank you for being a part of Game On. And we'll continue to talk about it as the racing season continues.
Sounds great.
More racing in a moment. Don't forget, you can be part of a live taping here at the Courtside Bar and Grill. Be part of our Game On audience with live show, autograph specials with food and drink, and up close and personal with our guests for the evening. It's Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill on Jackson Street in Anoka. Jeff Corbin with us from Brainerd International Raceway. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. We've been talking about racing last couple of segments. You have Nationals coming up in August, but the bottom line is, right now, if you are a race fan, there's something for everybody at the BIR right now.
There is. We've just got a lot of different variety of racing going on. We've got super bikes, we've got drag racing, we've got road racing, just about something for everyone every single weekend.
Are you seeing the popularity rise in racing?
Well, we're getting more and more people out there simply because we're giving them a lot more variety, right. And so it's not the same thing every single weekend. When they're coming up, they're going to see something different every single time they come up. So they appreciate that. They keep coming back.
It's an economic thing, isn't it?
It is too, and now we built another part of a road course, so we can actually have drag racing and road racing going on at the same time. And it's all for the price of one ticket. And for most of our events, they're $10 per day, daily admission, and that's all day, racing all day. I mean, you can't get a better value than that.
I got some friends who love the idea of taking their old Mustang that they've souped up and tricked out up to BIR and give it a run, where they cannot do that in the cities anymore.
No, and we have a special program, Wednesday night street drags, 9 Wednesdays out of the year this year. We open up the track to anybody who wants to come up. As long as their vehicle is street legal, they come up. We open up the gates at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 5 o'clock, they start racing until dusk. You can run the track as many times as you want. Use a burnout box, use the light tree, use the scoreboards, just like the pros do.
Oh,
they just have a blast.
Okay, we're a month away, but you're expecting big things for Nationals.
Yeah, Nationals is going to be gigantic this year. It's the 30th annual Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals at BIR, so we're celebrating our 30th year while the NHRA is celebrating their 60th year. So they have all kinds of special things on tap for the fans.
We love talking about this, and we'll have more with some drivers coming down, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I think we can get some drivers down here to talk about it from that point of view, and that they're a lot of fun because drivers and drag racers.
We love them. Jeff Corbin with us from Brainerd International Raceway. Website will have all the details, fill you in on racing times and such. And you can always get the latest information from our website. It's GameOnTVMN.com. It's packed with the best blogs. Brandon on baseball, the boss on MMA, Shocker's Locker for the Vikings. We also link you to our partners, the fan site for the Vikings at purplepride.org. Check us out. It's GameOnTVMN.com. River City Saloon is the place for food, music, fun, and bikers. Bikers get the best parking spot, and inside, from business people to bikers, everyone's going to have a great time. Create your own bucket list at the River City Saloon. There are specials every night of the week and live music all weekend. Get us online at hollysrivercitysaloon.com. And look for the awning just off Main and Anoka, right in the heart of the historic Anoka Entertainment District. See you soon at the River City Saloon.
Wallingberg and Deebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Deebly is there. Wallingberg and Deebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
Each and every week, as you know, we take time to focus on some of the young athletes in our area, and this week is no different. The Andover Cubs, the 10-year-old team, delighted to have them with us. Coach Jeff, actually it's Jeff, and John.
Correct.
All coaches with us. Coach Jeff, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The thing I love is the first thing I asked you was, how many games have you won and lost? And you said that wasn't important. It's about building up these kids. Tell us about that.
Oh, it's all about learning at this age about teamwork, good sportsmanship, learning the fundamentals of the game, and just the main thing is having fun.
Now, they win a lot of games. You guys are a winning team. Do they like winning as much as the coaches do?
They like winning a lot more, I think, than the coaches do.
Yeah. And I was joking, you know, when you are associated with the Cubs, there's a certain curse, but you say the curse of the Billy Goat isn't there.
No, we win a few more games.
Very good. Well, we're pulling for the Andover Cubs this summer, you guys. Make it happen. Give yourselves a big round of applause for being here. The Andover Cubs, part of our focus. It is the MIAC Minute. This is Coach Paul Schmedeke from Hamlin Cross Country in his 31st year. Thank you for being with us.
Matt, thank you.
Nice to have you here. Now, while it's summer and school is out, there's a little bit of downtime from what I'm told, but you're keeping an eye on your team.
Yeah, we can't have a lot of contact with them, but through email, and kids will drop into the office during the day and let me know what they're doing and things. So,
Coach gave them a little bit of time between the end of May and most of June, but you say now is ramp-up time.
it is. I mean, June's a relaxed month for us, but July we start running bigger miles again.
And you have big expectations. Finished second in the conference last year. It's a very competitive MIAC when you talk cross country, isn't it?
It is, and I should explain myself. We were second in track and field. We were MIAC champions last fall in cross country.
Oh, congratulations.
That was our second in a row.
And big expectations.
Yep. We bring back 5 of our top 7 from last fall.
Wow.
So,
what is a training week like for your top runners?
Our top guys right now during the month of July, they'll be probably running somewhere between 70 and 90.
Oh.
And that'll even get more in August.
Oh my goodness. But it means championships come.
It's hard work.
Hard work indeed.
Yep.
Coach, thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
He's the head boss, the cross-country coach at Hamlin University. It is our MIAC Minute. Whew, busy show. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Sunday. Don't forget, you can get all the latest updates. Go to our website, GameOnTVMN.com. And yes, we are on Twitter, and we answer our tweets. GameOnTVMN is how you get us. Until next week, I'm Rod Simons. Have a great week and keep your game on.